welcome to our first edition of our Wednesday Wellbeing. I hope you're all well under the circumstances. I'm going to talk to you about today adventure and exploration. All of my life I've been into adventure, whether it be mountain biking, climbing, mountaineering, surfing, kayaking, canoeing, everything. And I've been all over the world. I go all across the UK into all different schools, and I encourage exploration and adventure. What is exploration? Well, it's just exploring. We can explore wherever we like, and we can even explore our back gardens. I've been to South America, the Himalayas, the Alps, but also most of the best things that I've ever been were around where I lived. Just this last few weeks, I went out on a little bit of a scavenger hunt. So I got into this when I was 12 years old. And my dad put a big rucksack on me and said, right son, we're off backpacking, and he took me across Scotland. That one adventure stayed with me for the rest of my life. Why is it important that we explore the world? Well, I'll tell you why. It builds our hearts more so than looking at our screen. If we let ourselves, we could watch other people's lives through screens, through TVs, through social media, and we can sit at home playing computer games for the rest of our days. What I want you to do today, I'm going to show you my box of tricks to enthuse you to going on your own adventure. We're going to come to that in a second. So, where have I been and what have I found? Well, in my little box, I've got Tibetan prayer flags. These are from Everest Base Camp. They are phenomenal things. They are used in very, very high places, and on each one of them there's a little prayer, and the wind sends the prayer out to the vicinity for good vibes and good karma to everything and everyone in that surrounding area. That's the first thing I've got. I've also got, this is great, this is a little Tupperware box full of sand. It's not any ordinary sand. The sand is actually from the Sahara Desert. A friend of mine ran across the Sahara a few years back. He ran 165 miles over 7 days, and he brought me back some sand as a souvenir. I've also got rocks from the Matterhorn. Now the Matterhorn is one of the most iconic mountains. It's a very, very steep mountain in Switzerland. I think it's just over 14,000 feet. I've even got in here a rock from the Grand Canyon in America. That rock is from 5,500 miles away. I've also got in here somewhere starfish. I've got shells. I've got, this shell was amazing. This was from a place the most dangerous sea, or one of the most dangerous beaches actually in the world, a place called New Smyrna Beach. There are more shark attacks in New Smyrna Beach than anywhere else in the world, and I went swimming in there, so don't really try that at home. Let me tell you why adventure and exploration is important. Let's just say this is the life that we've got, and this is the body that we've got, and that's pretty much it. Over the past 12 months, we've had our freedoms taken away, and we've lost loved ones, and maybe we've been ill ourselves. We've not seen our friends in a while, and we've not seen our family in a while. More so now than ever before is it important to have something to look forward to. I'm off to Thailand in August, God willing, and I'm going after a huge fish called an arapaima. It's expensive to visit different places, so I've saved all my money, I've trained for it, I watch what I eat, I make sure that my physical fitness is okay, I plan and I prepare, but every single adventure that I ever go on always starts in here. So here's what we're going to do. This little osprey feather, this little feather from a swan, this feather from a barn owl, these were part of my scavenger hunt that I always go on. I just find these things on my travels wherever I go, and I pick them up. So let's go out there and see what we can find within the safety of what's going on. So maybe take mum and dad, or maybe take one of your friends that are in your bubble, and go outside and have a look what you can find. Find something and then research it. Or even better still, and this is the best bit, I want you to go on an adventure in here. I'm going to give you some places that I want you to look at. Jungles, mountains, deserts, oceans, islands and snowy places. Do you want to travel across Antarctica? What do you need to travel across Antarctica? What do you need to survive in the Amazon rainforest? I want you to write a story with you as an explorer on your own adventure. Maybe you're going to come across some snakes, spiders, scorpions. What's it going to be like? Let's research whether it's going to be really cold, whether it's going to be really hot, whether it's going to be really dry. What do you need? Would you need, for example, an ice axe? Would you need that to climb a mountain? Would you need rucksacks? Would you need ropes? Would you need binoculars? Would you need carabiners? What would you need? So what I want you to do is write a story, but first, before you start writing it, research the area. If you wanted to go to the Great Barrier Reef, for example, you would need to be a pretty good swimmer. What are you looking for? Are you looking for rare fish? Are you looking for the abominable snowman on top of the Himalayas? Write a story with you as the explorer, and I want a side note of the kit list that you're going to take. I also want you to put in the story what you did to train yourself. What foods did you eat? Did you take enough water? Did you do so many press-ups every single day that made you physically strong? Because you might want to row across Antarctica or row across the Atlantic or row across any of the great fantastic seas that we've got out there. So have an idea, research the area, research the kit that you will need. I'm going to give you some examples. You might need a compass. You may need a map. You may need protective clothing from mosquitoes. Just this shirt that I have on protects me from mosquito bites. You might need a hat, you might need really thick socks, you might need a sledge, you might need ropes, you might need all manner of things. Have a look at what you need, explore the area, write a story, and if you're too young to write, why don't you do this? Why don't you make a collage of all the place that you want to go and stick it with your glue all around the center picture of you in the middle. Here's you as an explorer, and you're going to go to all these different places, or it might just be one. Let me give you an example of what's out there. There are places in this world that you have no idea. There's a waterfall in Yosemite that is golden 4 or 5 times a year for 4 or 5 days. There is a huge area that's on fire. It's called the Doorway to Hell. That exists in Kyrgyzstan. There's other places like great big deserts of salt in Bolivia that when it goes dark and the stars come out, it turns into the biggest mirror in the world when it rains. There's huge amounts of creatures under the sea that are yet to be discovered. Do you want to discover, for example, living dinosaurs? There's a living dinosaur called Mokele Mbembe, and he exists in the Congo in Africa. Do you want to go and find Mokele Mbembe? Have a look at where you want to discover, where you want to explore, and write a story. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to detail as much of your adventure possible down on a story, submit it to your teacher, and teacher, if you can get one winner, could you please email it to us? We will then choose the winner and we will put it on our website. Exploring, adventure, expeditions. We so need something to look forward to. Adventure is dangerous, but routine is deadly. We need more than ever before to have something to look forward to and to step out of our comfort zones, to be reminded that we're alive. I don't want you spending the rest of your days washing cars, mowing lawns, paying bills, going to work with nothing to look forward to. So now while you're young, now is the idea and now is the chance to write your expedition. And here is the best bit. Whatever you write and whatever you research, I want you to make sure that you do your best when you're an adult to go there. If it's in South America, go there. If you want to canoe down the Amazon, do it. If you want to do the Himalayas, do it. Do you want to climb Everest? Do it. Don't do it now, but start planning in here. We're all pushed around by the fears in our minds, very much so now. But I want you to be led by the dreams and the hope that's in our hearts here. It's this that keeps us alive. We've had our freedoms taken away. Now, more than ever before, is it important to make sure that we remember we're still alive. We woke up this morning, and the very fact that we're still here is a miracle. It's amazing. So let's do something. Go outside, discover things, find things, photograph things, paint things, discover what's out there, even if it's in your back garden. And look into it. You've no idea what's around you until you look for it. It's everywhere. Adventure and excitement is everywhere. Christmas Eve just gone, I went looking for an otter. I spent 7 hours looking for an otter. I didn't find him, but at least it was better than sitting down and doing nothing. So, go on your adventure. Be an explorer. Make it happen, and let's start with taking everything in here and putting it on paper. I will see you next week when we will be talking about positivity and confidence and how to be the best version of yourself. Until then, stay safe, wash your hands, stay at a safe distance, and have something to look forward to. And remember, we're here. This world of ours is a beautiful place and we can't survive anywhere else. So, good luck, and I'll see you next week. Take it easy.